On my thing.
Oh yeah, now my people, it's your guy, the Niger Englishman, and we are back here on One Touch TV for another episode of North London Rivals. And I'm sure you're used to having me on this side of the screen because the host goes on this side. So it's a normal position for me now on a week to week basis. Guys, let me know comment section. Let me know, should one week should I pity Deji and let him host again because he might not get another chance before the end of the season. But without further ado, welcome my brother from another, Deji Spurs. How you doing, my guy? How you
Yeah,
doing?
my bro. Look, I've had better seasons. I'm in a good place. I feel like,
Are you?
yeah, I feel like what needs to happen it might be happening. In terms of Conte and his football. The
Hmm.
sooner that brother gets out of my club, the better. As for you
Wow.
guys, I don't even care about you guys for this year. I've written off this season. Let you guys do what you got to do in it, and let's focus on the season ahead because let's be real, this season's coming to an end. What is there? What 10 games left? So
Yeah,
look,
yeah, something like
I
that.
might as well come out publicly and say, look, well done. Who would have thought that Arsenal was going to do what they were doing this year? But them Babalawos are real out there. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't understand what Babalawos mean,
uh,
it's a witch doctor, and he's been working magic with that Arsenal squad this season. So what can I say?
Oh yeah, now that's what you can say. Oh yeah, now my people. And Deji, before we get into that, I wish it was as simple as just you waving the white flag and everything will be all right, and we'll just let you off all the claims you were making in the summer. But unfortunately, YouTube doesn't work like that, Deji. So we're
Mm.
gonna read you your rights tonight. Who knows? There might be some guests coming in later in the show. I don't know that want to ask you a few questions and find out what's up. Who knows? Who knows?
I'm
But
here.
without further ado, let's get into things, guys. First of all, big up Thunder Road, my guy. Thunder Road, sorry. I always get that name wrong. Big up Thunder Road each and every time. Big up the support. He says, make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Big
Three
up,
more
big up.
until 700 subscribers, guys. Guys, let's get the channel up. We're trying to get to 1,000 before the end of the season, guys, so we can give you more content. Make sure you share to your friends. Make sure you hit that notification button so you know every time a video, any sort of content comes up for myself or Deji Spurs on the channel, you get that notified straight away. But yeah, Silver Fox, strap in, bro. Strap in, man. Popcorn is out. Big up Shen Coco 95. He's getting comfy. He said he's getting comfy. They're excited. Smash the like button, as he said. We need some intro music. What about Bobo Biolami? Did you know what? If there wasn't copyright issues, I'd be all over the intro music today. But we're gonna get some intro music for the show very soon as well. Watch out for that, man. Incoming. Akai, I've not seen you in the comment section before. Respect for this Tottenham fan. He's giving you your props for showing up today. Look, there's one thing about Deji. When it comes to me and him, he as much as he tries to weasel out things, he will never hide. He will actually never hide. All jokes aside, he'll come with his chest, but when it's time to pay for those ridiculous comments that he says, he's always here to fight his case. So Deji Spurs, I want to take you back to the start of the season because it's only right we start there because obviously
Bro, bro,
your manager Conte
what are we
came in with
doing?
the ether
Bro, I
came
mean,
in with the ether. Your manager Conte came in with the ether
and I,
this weekend.
and I,
Nas would have been proud of all those bombs he was dropping on everybody. Anybody and everybody could get it. It was absolute
the
madness, bro.
season ain't finished, yeah. You
Bro,
do know.
you're the one that just came over here and said, "Oh, season's done." Blah blah. Blah. I didn't say it, did you? I didn't say it.
All right, come
But
on.
you were talking to me about
What?
big season for Spurs,
Mm.
big trophy on the way, Richarlison, best Brazilian in the league, all
Mm-hmm.
sorts of things I was hearing, Deji. But
Yeah. Do you want me to remind?
Tottenham should be someone that everyone should be scared of.
Mhm.
All sorts of things were coming out, Deji. So what we need to understand now is why is there such uproar in the Spurs camp right now after all these claims were made at the start of the season?
You, you want me to answer that question? Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Take the floor, bro.
Right. So first of all, I have to give context to it so you lot understand.
No problem.
So
Context.
you man finished 5th last year, and you guys are currently top.
Yeah.
Tottenham pipped you to 4th. For me, we recruited okay players. We strengthened the squad, whether we like it or not. But I think Richarlison was a good buy. Bringing in Pedro Porro, bringing in, although Porro's just come, bringing in the likes of Jed Spence that Conte refused to play. The squad in itself is not bad. However, you know, we are still in the same position we were this time last year. And for me, if Conte could take a poor Tottenham side to 4th, is it unrealistic to think that my man could maybe stretch the bullet there and take us to a minimum 3rd place finish? I don't think so. Given the way that you man have performed this year, as in Arsenal come from the pit from 5th to 1st, I was expecting a similar jump with my club. Now,
let me interrupt for that. The reason why I'm perplexed by that thought process of yours is you were watching Tottenham as you scraped your way to top 4 last season, and we were all watching them as well. Our rival fans could all tell that this pattern of football could not continue. But it was like I don't know if you were blind to it, you refused to admit to it. I don't. Where was your head at that point? Like, because we could see that this couldn't last, but you thought it would get better for some reason. Why did you?
Tottenham fan, we knew it was garbage, but the result speaks for itself.
But that's not how you were talking.
The fact of the matter is, if you get Champions League football with that crap squad, who am I? And the thing is, Tottenham, I could see what they did. They were listening to people like you and other cronies in the chat saying how important it is to win a trophy. So they went out and brought in serial trophy winners, and they sold their soul to the devil. So no,
Deji, you can't say that because Deji, you can't. Deji,
like you.
Deji, you can't use that one that they listen to people like me because you were happy with the decisions they made up until this summer. So you can't now say they listen to people like us because you were happy with their decisions. I think someone else would like to ask you some questions too as well. Hold on 1 second.
Can I be real?
He turned off his light, Gune. He turned off his light as soon as you got in there. Like,
listen, bro. I know you're a black man, but you ain't running from me, bro. Turn that light on, my guy. I'm gonna ask you them questions whether the light's on or off, my guy. And you know what? You're lucky because I can't even stay too long.
Nigel, should I be looking forward to getting the red book? Because this episode of the rival show is starting to feel like this is your life.
Yeah. Hey, Deji, with all the claims you were making at the start of the season, it should feel that way. It's coming back to haunt you. The history of Deji and the history of Tottenham is coming back to haunt you.
The season ain't even finished yet, you know.
All over again. Gunali, just let me tell you how he started the show. He started the show saying, the season's over. I need to put my hands up to Arsenal. They've done something special. And now he's seeing you. He's like, the season's not over. He's got his chest back. Hey, Guna, is there anything in particular you'd like to ask Deji Spurs today on tonight's show?
Bro, you know what? Like, it's a mad one, isn't it? Because you see my thing with Spurs fans now, isn't it? Like, we can do all the banter, we can do all the jokes, but why is it that your Spurs fans are still defending Conte? Why are your Spurs fans? Why are your Spurs fans? Why are the Spurs fans still? Oh, Conte, I've got my cape on, and well done for saying what you said. But no, don't worry, you're not going to take. Don't worry if you're not going to take any accountability. Doesn't matter about that because ultimately you've called out the board and you've called out the man, you called out the players. Well done, Conte. Why is no one talking about Conte?
No, for me, I think we're all cool. The thing is, Conte,
they're respecting Conte.
In relation to the stuff that's going on with what Conte said is real. The players haven't pulled their weight. It has been like this for a long time, and the board are partly responsible. What he was also doing was deflection tactics. We all know that Conte he's contributed to this because if your team is winning 3-1 against Southampton and they draw, it's your fault. That manager made 3 changes that brought the game to level. He's had ample opportunity. My thing is, I reckon I could have done a better job than Conte, and I wouldn't have required a salary because it was quite.
Can I ask you a question, Deji? Can I ask you a question? Do you believe with Arteta or Ten Hag or is it Almiron, the sporting manager, that you would be in a better position that you are right now?
I think under Eric Ten Hag, given the job that he's done at Manchester United, I really do believe so.
With the same players, yeah?
Yeah, I think Tottenham's issue hasn't been the players. It's been the system. He's deploying the wrong system. He's trying to play his system with the wrong players, bro. It's like trying Arteta. If Conte had the Arsenal players and he's still doing this defensive block, you wouldn't be top of the league. Arteta's found the system that works for your boys. Whereas Conte, instead of looking at the players and coming up with a system that suits the player's style of play, he's forcing this 3-4-3 thing to death at the expense of players. You can't play 3-4-3 when two of your front three are in their 30s. It don't make no sense because you want them to press. You can't press at 30, 31. That's why Ronaldo was struggling. Ronaldo 37, you want him to be the lone striker. You want him to press up front. It's not going to happen. Ronaldo 10 years ago would have happily done that job and he would have done that job great. So for me, it's not really the players. Yes, defensively we are weak, but everywhere else there was enough firepower to have a better season. And let's be real, this season has been crap. And let me explain.
For who?
Let me explain. Liverpool's been rubbish.
Don't explain. Tell me for who first.
Chelsea's been rubbish. Tottenham's been rubbish. Man City ain't been themselves. Man U had a crap start. The only team that's had a decent season so far is Arsenal.
So and why are we not 15 points clear then? Why are we not 15 points clear?
You know the season's rubbish when despite everything that's going on at Tottenham, we are still fourth. Tottenham might get Champions League this year through the league, and we don't deserve it, bro. But because everyone else has been rubbish, we happen to be in a Champions League spot.
Deji.
This is horrible.
But last season, the league was crap. The season before that, the season was crap. The season before that, the season was crap. And do you want me to tell you the reason why? Because there was a season when Man United finished second under Oli. So clearly that's a crap season. That was when Liverpool had all their injuries. That was when
COVID season, all them things there.
This is what I'm trying to say to you. Your lack of awareness, your lack of understanding of no two seasons are ever the same. So now what I'm trying to say to you, yeah, at the start of the season, every Spurs fan, I'm sorry, I'm going to include you in there because I know you probably were saying it too.
He was one of them, I assure you.
You were happy with the manager. You were happy with the board, and you were happy with most of the players you brought in. I'm not going to say all of them, but most of them. You might have
he was happy with all of them.
He was happy with all. Okay, fine. You're now in this situation where Richarlison still hasn't scored a goal. Now, listen, that's down to Richarlison. What are you talking about?
No, it's not,
bro. Hear what I'm saying though. You can't keep saying this minutes crap. Because Reece Nelson's had less minutes and scored a goal.
Yeah,
you can't keep, and he's not scored one. He's not scored one.
Why do you do this, bro?
He's not scored one. He scored three. But my point is,
why do you do this stupidness?
My point is.
Let me tell you, Guna.
My point is though. Hold on.
I'm not gonna lie. I see you. I only see what I see of you on the screen, and I don't want you to take this as a disrespect, bro. But man looks like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You don't look like you're going to be beating Saka in the race, innit? But you would have banged goals. You would have banged goals for Arsenal because that's how well they're playing. You get what I'm saying, bro? So the point I'm trying to say is you can't be telling me about Reece. Ben White, average Ben White has been playing well.
But that's what
when a season, when it's going for you, even the deadest players perform. And that's what we're seeing with Arsenal because your players are still average, bro.
Okay. So wait. Hold on.
Zaka's average.
Hold on.
Average. Tierney's
average. All
right,
cool.
Average. Come on, bro.
Cool. All right, Deji. If we're gonna go with this narrative, then all our players are average. Okay, cool. So that must mean our manager is exceptional, no?
Yeah,
Why
your
you,
manager's doing.
why are you quiet? Why were you quiet for so long?
Can
Yes
be
or no?
real?
I don't need any extra bits.
Your
Our manager is
I don't-
exceptional.
You know why I was quiet?
Why?
Let me tell you
Why were
why I
you
was
quiet?
quiet. I
Saka's
said something
average,
to
you know.
both you
Can
and
you imagine
Deji
this guy?
way back in
Man was bigging
September.
up Bentancur, but he's calling Saka
listen,
average. All right,
listen, because you man, I've been waiting for this conversation, and I'm glad.
cool. I'm sure you definitely haven't.
I'm
You
glad
liar.
you surprised
You
me
liar.
with Guna, so I can pattern you both. Yeah. So let me tell you right now. I said something. I said, Guna, I respect you as a bro. Has Arsenal changed the corner, or is this a freak season? I've been saying this for a minute because I don't believe you man have turned the corner, bro.
Are you asking or are you telling us which one?
I'm asking you, do you honestly think, Guna Lee, that now you man are going to be in the top 2, top 3 moving forward?
Yeah.
Now, be honest.
Yeah.
Really?
Bro, can I just say as well, you know,
your squad is that good.
Bro, he's answered you. Don't try and get another. He's answered you yes already.
Things, right?
Go on.
Everyone would tell you, Kaz, Daps, at the start of the season, I had us finishing 3rd, 2nd. I just thought that there were so many reasons why. I on my life, if God's my witness, God struck me down now.
No.
God struck me down. God struck me down.
Guna Lee did say 3rd. Even I was kind of pushing it. And then I said 4th.
Bro, I was moving to and then I kind of fluctuated 3rd, 2nd. God is struck me down, bro. If I'm lying to you. So this isn't a huge shock to me, to be honest with you. That when you talk, this isn't a huge shock with me. Right. So when you're saying that Saka's average and I'm sure you probably rate Spurs players.
Xhaka, not Saka, Xhaka.
Oh, Xhaka. When you say
average.
Okay, Xhaka.
Okay, fine, cool. But what I'm trying to say,
I might give you that one.
That the issue that you've got is where Arsenal were a few seasons back when we had the likes of Özil, when we had the likes of Aubameyang, when we had the likes of Alexis, and we had the likes of Mustafi, and bro, these men, I was still rapping. I was thinking that these men are good, but you man still talk about Romero like he's the God's grave. You talk about Ben Davies. You talk about
said Romero is the best defender in the league. Not the best defender in the Premier League.
Hear what we're saying though. Deji. You were mapping out a league. You was mapping out the final to get to the Champions League. This is what you were doing. This is like, so when I look at my team now, I'm saying, look, we're one of the youngest teams in the Premier. Now, you might not like Martinelli, you might not like Xhaka, but what we're doing is we're being effective for what we have. And yes, you're going to ask me next season, do I think we're going to be better? Of course we're going to be better, because now what we're going to do is we're going to add more players of real quality. So it could be a Declan Rice, it could be a Caicedo, but you may not believe we're going to get them, but these things are probably going to happen. They will probably happen. We're going to get a new right back. We're going to get a new maybe forward. Whatever happens, just know that we are going to add enough quality. Arteta's not stupid. He's going to add more quality for us to be in a position to, enhance our chances of being in at least 2 trophies. Now, what you did at the start of this season is you added Richarlison, you added Perisic, and you added you made the transfer for Kulu. You added Basuma, but you added the transfer for Kulu as well. You made that concrete or whatever it is. Why can't we do that? But just add more quality. You've done that.
Hold on. This is the thing, Deji. This is the thing. What we're going to show you this summer is what having Champions League pool actually means, isn't it? Because when Spurs have it, it's not anything. You get Fraser Forster and Basuma and them, man. We're going to show you what the levels are between us and you. I always told Spurs fans, even though you lot got Champions League and we didn't, we were still shopping in the exact same market, my guy.
That's because Tottenham ain't ready to spend the money required to bring in the big players.
But no. It's all good and well to say that now, Deji, but you weren't saying that at the start of the season. You were like, we're in a different market. We got a bigger pool. It's more appealing to come to Tottenham. Hold on. Go on, say something, and then we're going to get into some of the comments real quick.
The proof is in the pudding. Tottenham aren't ready to spend 100 mil on a player, and that's what it requires these days.
But this is
you were about to spend stupid money on Mudryk. Tottenham are nowhere near spending that kind of money on one player. That's the difference. Saka,
no. Okay, hold on. Wait. Let me get to some of the comments because
this question before, and this is going to determine whether I carry on this show tonight or not.
Wait. Hold that question so I can get into some comments. Deji, I beg. Nah. Let me get some comments first. Because this sounds like a big question. Big up Barbados MUFC says third place is a bit of a stretch, Deji. Man, you have 2 games in hand, still ahead of you. Plus, we are
I'm not
getting
saying
players
finish
back.
fifth.
Arsenal have already won the league. Think we gotta let that sink in. Wow, Barbados MEFC, you finally come to terms with this, man. The first stage is acceptance, to be fair, so it's easier to take when and if it happens. Assembled says Phillips, when it's against Arsenal, Deji sees clearly undercover Arsenal fan, but for Spurs, he wears rose tinted glasses. You know how it goes, right? You know how it goes. Football Bants channel says Deji start of the season, Spurs win the league, then they will win the Champions League. The receipts are all coming out, Deji, bro. They all come for you. This is your life. LMAO, if you know you're a black man, but you ain't running from me, you know, are killing me. Reverse psychology, Deji. Niger, he's now saying Spurs are trying to be ambitious because of Arsenal. I can't work this out, man. Hey, everyone's confused with Deji Spurs on a week-to-week basis comment section. It's not just yourself. Smash the like button, share, comment, share to your friends. And Deji's got a question for Guna Lee. Go on, Deji, hit us up, man.
On the level, the beauty about these shows is that we have the receipts, and you know, I respect you, and I want to continue to be able to respect you. So I need you to answer this question honestly. Is Saka worth more money per week than Kane?
Nah. Saka's not worth more money than Kane right now. It's a hard one because it's a hard one. Look, I wouldn't say so. And the reason why I wouldn't say so is because I think Kane's just done it for longer. Like he's proven, and I think the issue that I believe, which I don't actually believe to be true, is I think that people look at Kane and think if he goes to a bigger club, he's going to put them over the edge. I don't necessarily believe that. I don't think that. And listen, I spoke about this to you 2 weeks ago. I gave you all the stats. I said to you, I don't think you prop him in Man City and, you know, he helps him to win the big trophy. So I'm not going to change my opinion. But listen, ultimately,
Saka earns more money than Kane per week.
Okay, fine.
So, and that is what I'm trying to say is the barrier. If your boy, your new boy, who's just new,
you're not a big club though, Deji.
More.
That's the
what
thing.
I'm trying to
bro.
say is that you man are bringing stuff to me, but we're not in terms of the kind of playing field. It ain't level when young gun there is getting more money.
So why do you? Okay, cool. So if you just said that and you've acknowledged that, why do you act like Spurs are this huge club and bigger than Arsenal?
No,
Thank
bro.
you. See, that's the Deji. Everything. Your whole life would be easier if you just accept your position. I've been trying to tell you, drum this in your head. You are a small boy. You are not even our younger brother. You are our son. Not even our younger brother. You are our son. And once you realize that you're Arsenal's son, then everything else will be fine, bro. We even give you more respect than you have now.
What you got to understand, running a football club is like moving to a team. You can decide to move to the team or not. Tottenham's issue of money, and this is what I'm trying to say, if we're not ready to spend 90 mil, 100 mil, if we're not ready to spend 300 grand a week on Kane when Salah's getting 350 a week at Liverpool, then that's an issue. And that is a plausible issue as to why you're seeing what we're seeing. However, did I think the Tottenham players that we had in our squad could do what they've been doing to Arsenal the last 6 seasons? I could see no reason why not. Do I believe that under the right manager, Tottenham could be where Arsenal is right now with this current group of players? Yes, I do believe that.
But you also told us Conte was the right manager, Deji. So you don't get to backtrack now, Deji. Deji, if you'd always been, if you were Conte out last season, then it'd be different though. But you came on here saying, right, hey, Gunali, he said these exact words. If they make the mistake of allowing Conte and Spurs to get in the top 4 this season, next season is gonna be a madness. Watch the players we're gonna be able to attract. We're going to be challenging for the league and the Champions League. He had all the chest. So now So now for you to say with the right manager, I can't trust what you're saying because you told me Conte was the right man. So what do you want me to believe? That's why the chat's so confused with you, Deji. Big Dogs is confused. I thought Spurs fans weren't meant to be deluded. He's asking, bro.
Since you're the disc jockey, you get me? Since you're the DJ in it and you're hosting the team. I want to ask
because my team had a better result this weekend than yours.
I need to know if you're the realist as well, disc jockey. Yeah, Do you?
I don't know if you're allowed
honestly,
to ask the
in
host
games,
questions,
in
but
the games that you've been seeing Tottenham play, have you not seen Conte's errors? Haven't you been trying to tell me for weeks that this brother should have been making substitutions, that this brother ain't really playing the right system? You've been the one telling me that. You in your bedrooms.
okay. But
And
what's
that's
that got
what's
to?
happened.
But,
So if
but
Conte,
I'm an Arsenal fan and
look,
you're a Spurs fan.
look,
Whatever I
Unity,
say about your manager
I'm
is
one of the
irrelevant.
few Tottenham
You were the
brothers.
ones
Listen
that
to this.
believed
Let
in
me
him,
tell
bro.
you. Let me give you something mad as to why. Even if you don't want to give man props, give props for the stance that I take. Let me give you another.
Okay.
Let me give you a legit reason.
Go on.
I'm one of the few people that have been saying, "Bring on Jed Spence, play this brother. If Jed Spence plays, it's gonna create something.
You lot will be challenging for the title with Jed Spence.
Do you know
still,
that Jed Spence ran things against PSG yesterday? Ranting.
But hold on. So Deji, who
That's what I'm saying. Now, Conte didn't play Spence. Whose fault is that?
All right, cool. No worries. All right, so who is to blame?
Deji, Sean's come to help to save you, bro.
Tell me who is to blame. Who is the person that you feel needs to hold some stick here? Because for me, I just don't get it. Like, as I said to you, look, Spurs, we can do the whole, rhetoric. We can do all the games, whatever it is. But I've told you over and over again, Spurs, if the question is, if the answer is Richarlison, if the answer is Danjuma, if the answer is bloody, Emerson, Spence, if the answer is Romero, I don't want to know I don't want to know the question because they are crap. These players are rubbish.
Smash the light for Goonali, my guys.
I'm trying to be honest with you, and listen, it's not just a Spurs thing. I say the same thing about Liverpool. I think Besetic, he's crap. Harvey Elliott, he's crap. Henderson is crap. My point is that.
But you're gonna say is Nketiah good?
He's gonna say holding. He's gonna say holding.
But your defenses are in trouble though, Deji.
No, but my
White good.
Yes, he is.
My thing is that this is my thing, right? You can do all the is Ben White good? Is Nketiah good?
No, if you're gonna cuss other teams' players, have you looked at your players, bruv?
But these are the things though, Deji. He's not saying that these are the answers to any questions. They've answered questions this season, but we're not coming here with chest saying, "Oh, we got Nketiah. You know what I'm saying?"
Hold on.
My mum
you know what?
You don't need to.
You know when you talk about like the whole thing with last season, you say, you thought Conte was going to basically be able to elevate you because last season you pipped Arsenal to top 4, and now you're in a position where you bought a couple of players, you spent a bit of money, etc. But you keep talking about how every other team was crap. But did you not think that you were a bit lucky, a bit fortuitous to get there? Do you not think that you were fortuitous to get top 4 last season?
Bro, look, I don't like this. I don't like this thing that you like to do here because I always feel like you.
I don't like it either, Deji.
Our channel as a little bit of an audition for you to be on Sky Sports. Bro, if you want to go on Sky Sports, bloody call them, bro.
Do you know what the thing is, Deji?
Hey, Deji, you can't keep deflecting with these Sky Sports. No one catches that. We hear everything Goonali is saying, and we're listening, and it's sinking in, and it hurts.
You know what?
So you try and deflect with this Sky Sports talk to try and distract the viewers, but we're onto you, Deji. Silver Fox is onto you, Deji. Your waffle is burnt, bro. City been rubbish. You say? You sure? Their points after 27 games, 2023. Hold on. Their points after 27 games in 2023 is 61 points. 2022, 66 points. 2021, 62 points. 2020, 57 points. Like they're very much achieving their average points tally when they're pushing for titles.
My last thing I just want to say before I listen, I'm going to let Spurs talk and do with it. What is it with the Ben White thing? Like, why do you think he's rubbish? I genuinely don't understand that. I can't understand why you would think. But why? Like, give me something. If I said to you, Romero's not good because X, Y, and Z. I can give you about 3 or 4 reasons why I think he's not good, and especially the issue that I've got is you guys in the first season he played 24 games and he was put on a pedestal and he wasn't great. He then came to last season where. He came to this season where he played in the Champions League. You gave him all this rating, you gave him all of this stuff, and you need to remember the season. A month before the World Cup started, he downed tools and pretended that he was injured to get to that World Cup squad. When he got there, he actually, fluffed his line. So why do you? This is what I'm saying. Why do you defend your club? Why do you defend Romero? Why do Spurs fans? Why do they keep defending Conte when he keeps shitting on your club week in and week out, and you just keep saying, "Well done, Conte. Well done, Romero."
I don't.
That's for Sean. Sean, definitely.
So for me, when I come back to Ben White, he's been absolutely consistent week in and week out. Nothing but sevens or eights out of 10. I can give you one game where he was horrible, and that was Man United away, and he got subbed off. Other than that, he's been instrumental. You've seen that he's been instrumental in the way that we play. He's got better in that fullback role, getting backwards, getting forwards. He doesn't make any mistakes. All of his crosses get to the actual target. He's getting pre-assists. He's getting assists. He got an assist the other day against Crystal Palace. I'm giving you real reputable reasons why he's actually probably one of the standout right backs in the league, if not
best
this
right back
season,
in the league,
the best right back in the league, because James has been out injured, etc., etc. Trent's not been up to level, and I would ask you to maybe give me.
Not had a chance.
I would ask you to give me someone who's been better than him, but I can then flip it to you and say Romero. I can give you the red card.
Who's been a better right back than Ben White?
I'm asking. I don't know.
Kieran Trippier has been a better right back than Ben.
Okay, fine. If you want to go on that rhetoric, even though we're top of the league, fine. But it's maybe splitting hairs. But I can give you 3 or 4 reasons, maybe 5, as to why Romero is horrible. He's not a good defender. But you still won't kind of give any flack or any credence to that. But anyway, look, I just don't understand the slander for Ben White. I don't understand the slander for some of our other
players. Explain, Sean. What's the slander for players like Ben White?
I don't watch Arsenal enough to be able to give that answer. I don't.
I do.
Okay.
Can I quickly give a quick answer?
I'm not gonna. We're gonna get into some comments real quick before your answer, mate.
First of all,
Football Band says football moves in cycles. Our young team is more experienced going against beasts like City. Swings and roundabouts, but credit where credit's due. You can't deny the run Arsenal are on right now. You definitely can't deny it. You can try and disregard it and call it a bad season and a freak season, but the fact is we're performing out of this world right now. Where is Kanevi? Don't worry, Kanevi's coming, guys. Kanevi is coming. Do not worry.
In the league, you can't deny you've had a real shit show in the cups, though, right?
Yeah, for sure, and that's something that we definitely need to address, because for some weird reason, the way the guys attack the Premier League has been different to how they attack the Europa and the other cups, and I don't like that. That's one thing I'm not going to be one of the guys that says blessing in disguise going out of the Europa League. I wanted that trophy. I wanted
but
it.
You know what? It sickens me because I didn't know you guys last year, so I don't know you lot, what you're like when you're struggling. All I know is what your personality show me when everything's great and gravy and you're on the groovy train and in the league.
We're the same, bro. Me and Gunnar are the same, bro.
I don't know that, so I can't wait to see what happens when gravity pulls you back down to earth next season, or at least I hope it does. So I get to see what you guys are like, because right now it's very easy to sit there and when people.
Let's talk about right now, sure.
Yeah, I know, I get it, and it's a wonderful time for you. It's a wonderful time for both of you as Arsenal fans to have the ability to play it cool. And when people ask you to put your neck on the line and get off the fence, get the wood chips out of your ass and say, are you going to win the league or not? You're like, you can all play it cool and not have to make those kind of aspersions or assertions. But I can't wait until next year when things get recalibrated, and then I'll see what you guys are like. When you're
we don't want to hear about what you can't wait for. We're talking about what you're currently watching right
it's tough.
now.
It's a tough position
right now. No matter how much you try and get
in the
out
league,
of
you're doing very
shadow,
well. In the league, you're doing very well.
scores a goal and assist against you.
I know that
Ainsley Maitland-Niles wins a penalty against you. So we're haunting you wherever we go. But why
just there, Deji, as well? Theo Walcott's the man that got Conte sacked because he's just been sacked by him.
Has he?
It's about to happen. But I'm happy for that. I think he's the wrong guy.
He won't. Basically, his last game was Theo Walcott getting him sacked. Let's just say
that would be beautiful poetry in motion. And it looks like Conte's trying to get sacked, Sean. That's what
100% he is. I spent three hours today on the Tottenham TV, the big channel, having a huge debate about, like, was he right to say what he said? Was he wrong? Like, go through all the kind of the variables on it. And I can't stand the opportunism of Conte. You never would have. I don't believe. Listen, be careful with the receipts with your man Lee up the top there, because I forgot that I mentioned that point about. But you know what, Lee? I'm glad that you reminded me of it, bro, because my point was valid.
That, Lee.
My point was valid, though. I would have forgotten what I said, but thank you for bringing it up. And tomorrow I'll be reminding everyone when you bring it up to try and embarrass me. I'll be reminding you the point I made was right. The point I made was right, that you lost him for 4 games, and that 4-game period that you lost Thomas Partey was your weakest return this season. So if you lose Thomas Partey for an extended period of time, guess what might have happened? Guess what would have happened? You take that little small sample size and you extrapolate it. Arsenal aren't top of the league anymore. So I'm glad you reminded me of making it.
We don't do if buts and maybes here. We do absolutes, my guy.
I remember.
I was right what I said, though, right? I was right what I said.
No, you wasn't, because there were a few games.
I was 100% right what I said.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
You weren't.
No, okay.
How was I wrong? How was I wrong what I said?
So every single game that he didn't play, we lost, yeah?
No. You got 7 points. You got 7 points from 4 games, from 12 games.
He carefully worded it. He was like, "Your worst return in 4 games." You're very good with your vocabulary.
You're damn right. I'm very good with my vocabulary. Exactly, mate. I take advice. So are you, Kunle. I absolutely respect that about you too, my man. Okay, but I was right what I said. I said at the time, you lose Thomas Partey for any extended period of time, and let's see how Arsenal do. And the one little sample size that we have to work with, you had your worst return in the entire season. So I was absolutely spot on.
Okay,
you
fair enough,
you didn't lose him for a longer period.
But what we're going to do, obviously, we've been talking about Spurs, and to close the Spurs matter, I thought it was only right we get our latest guest to share some of his thoughts on Spurs before we close the Spurs matter and cross over into the Arsenal situation. Kanebi, welcome to the show. Deji's been looking forward to seeing you, obviously. He's not looked up since you've been on the screen, but yeah. He's looking at his notes. Kanebi, so on this Spurs matter, please talk to us.
What more can I say? Antonio Conte, man, he said the truth. He didn't lie. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
I can't. Can you check his mic?
Bro, you've been deaf all season. That's why you have nothing. So it's fine. Anyways, like I was saying, you know the problem with Tottenham fans, they're always worried about what Arsenal is doing, Like my man in the corner there, worrying about Thomas Partey and all that. Worry about your own team, man.
Thank you.
Worry about your own club.
That was one of my issues.
We were
on a rival. Nice to meet you, brother. We were on a rival show, and we were talking about what's going to stop Arsenal win the league.
We're talking about Tottenham, actually, Sean. But
what on here?
You sprinkled in the Arsenal comment.
I'm referencing how this conversation came up. It was on a different channel, and we were talking about are Arsenal going to win the league? And I made the point: if you lose one of your big players, you got a thin squad, and that's how the whole thing came about.
That makes sense. I thought you were like Deji over there in the corner, who's obsessed with what his rivals are doing all the time. So, the problem is, we told Deji from the start, your team is not capable of doing whatever you are dreaming about. He was very excited about Conte. He was very, very excited about Richarlison. He was mocking us, telling us we have Eddie Kati, whatever he was calling him.
He's still that guy.
So, but he's still top of the league. The problem is, you fail to realize that. Listen, let me talk. I'm talking, boy. I'm talking.
Hurry up, man. You know what it is. With
don't let me get in my zone.
With you, you take too long. You take too long.
Let me get in my zone. Relax. Calm down, boy.
You take too long.
Man.
Deji, we gave you 35 minutes. Then Kanebi's had 10 seconds.
To make your point, and you're still starting. You're still at the beginning.
Can I talk now? Can I talk?
No,
oh my God.
I'm talking.
You have nothing to say because you don't win anything. Anyway, like I was going to say, Antonio Conte came out and said the truth. I know you are happy. Down deep inside, you want to cry like a little boy. It's okay, Deji. Don't worry, you still win the Champions League. You see this? This is the only thing you're going to see that is gold ever in your season. That's the only thing you're ever going to see that is gold. And that's fact. So, let me just tell you right now. Antonio Conte said the truth. Can I talk, please? 20 years, can I talk? 20 years. Nothing to show for it. The club gave me money. They pay me a lot of money. I took a lot of money. I took money. This is spaghetti. We bolognese. A lot of money. I win nothing. You know why? Because your club is shit. I mean, you guys have the biggest stadium in the world. You have a racetrack. You have a cinema. you have like restaurants, you have hotels, no trophies, bro. I mean, come on. I'll be surprised if Harry Kane goes to Manchester United next season. I'll be surprised if he wants to go to Bayern Munich next season. And that's the end. Who do you want to bring back? Pochettino? It's not about your players. It's not about your coach. It's about your owners. They don't want to win because they make money. They make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. You know how much money Tottenham makes a year? You can give a fuck about how you feel. They make about at least more than £300 million a year. Easy, without winning money. Nothing. It's all about money. It's all about money. They want to make a lot of money. See, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You're going to remain like this until you have new owners. Where are the Dubai people who wanted to buy your club? Where are they? They have gone to Manchester United to go back. So I'm going to sit down here and laugh at you all season because you're a clown. You're deluded. Unlike other Tottenham fans who know where their level is, you don't want to accept the fact that you're deluded. I mean, you actually open your mouth to say you win the Champions League. Are you a clown? The Premier League, the champion, you don't want Mickey Mouse trophies, but you can't win nothing. You're a clown. Look, Harry Kane is going to leave you. Conte is going to leave you. Brighton is going to finish ahead of you. Brentford is going to finish ahead of you. Liverpool is going to finish ahead of you. See, listen. You better pray Arsenal fans don't win the Premier League because it's going to be hell for you.
They ain't winning the Premier League. You're not winning the Premier League.
On that note,
if you say so, that's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion, so that's fine. It's the same way I feel Tottenham will never win anything, but it always happens. So it's an opinion that's a reality. So that's the difference between me and you, bro. So anyways, like I was saying, Deji, a lot of money. It's gonna keep going down, and you're not gonna win anything. You're angry, I know. You want to cry. I know you want to punch me, but you can't. You owe so many people money. How much money do you owe this season, Deji? Are you going to be able to feed your family? Are you going to be able to afford clothes? If you need some clothes, I can get you some clothes. You're not big now, so I can give you my smaller size.
Wait. Calm down. Calm down.
If I'm fitting to Mr. Blobby's clothes, but you can.
All right, calm down. So big up Kenevi came to drop an E for on Deji. You brought this smoke on yourself. You had a lot of chest at the start of the season, and Tottenham have not led this. But we're going to move on from Tottenham because we now need to talk about the league leaders. Arsenal. We're 8 points clear now, Deji. I know you tried to wave the white flag earlier on in the show, but
didn't I should have.
Yeah, you definitely did, Sean. You 100% did. But
Sean is realistic. I can tell. Yeah, I can tell. But the other one in the corner, nah, his brain is just a little marble ball rolling around inside a big thick skull. A lot of money.
I still maintain. I think that it's a little bit a yard too long for Arsenal this season. I think the
you still think? Okay, so Sean, Deji, why? Okay, Deji thinks we're definitely doing it, but I think it's reverse judge. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But why do you think that we'll turn up short in this title race? Like, what is it about us that you see that makes you think? Do you know what? They're just one step short this season. Sorry. Banter aside, Sean.
Banter aside, and I'm not even going to mention injuries and things because apparently that's not even a realistic conversation anymore. Like you're not even allowed to mention the fact that if you've got a thin squad and the person you're competing against has got depth like a deep end of a swimming pool, then apparently that's not a factor that comes into it. You can't mention that.
Well, you just mentioned it. Okay. So
again, reversing it. I'm mentioning it by not mentioning it. Right?
Sure. Are you sure you're not a lawyer?
You're too smart. You're too smart, Kunle. You always figure out where I'm going with it, right? You always see me coming. But listen, apart from that, I think that the pendulum when Man City get to play their game again, it goes back to 5 points, and then you've still got to go. I think you've got a tougher run in than Manchester City do, and you got to go to their place. I don't see you guys getting anything but a drubbing there, and I think it'll be a convincing drubbing. And then the gap is down to 2 points, right? And then there's 9 games difference between you guys to figure it out. And I think one team drops more than 4 points, and the other team doesn't. And I think it's going to be Manchester City that take it. It's going to be close. It might even go down to the lot. It will go down to the wire. 100% will go to the wire. I just think that it's a year, like it's a little bit too soon for you guys. And I haven't been convinced that you've overcome the what happened last season, like the bottle job sort of last season. What I would say, right, and it's a very pertinent conversation that I'm having, because I actually, not taking it back to Tottenham, right, just let me get the point out, because it actually supports you guys a little bit. I'm on a lot of podcasts at the moment talking about why I think Conte is the wrong guy for the job. And after what he said on Saturday, he's throwing the players under the bus. And the one thing where I support Arteta is when you guys bottled it last season, him and Edu, correct me if I'm wrong, but they put like a ring fence around the Arsenal players and protected them from the responsibility. And I think that your players are playing for him more this season as a consequence of the support that he showed them last season. And that's one of the reasons why I say, like, that Conte has lost the dressing room, is because he decides not to. He distances himself from responsibility and accountability. And on that basis, I'm like, if Conte's going apparently this week, good. See you later, mate. And maybe we can find a new manager bounce. But so I respect Arteta for the way that he handled the loss last year and what he did to your team. However, we still haven't seen whether, when push comes to shove and the crunch and the business end of the wedge, whether or not you can man up and get over the line. And I personally think that Man City have proven that time and time again. And so I think when it comes down to it, City beat you lot at their place, and then at that point it comes down to who drops 1 point here or there. And I think that Man City will get more points in the last 10 than you will.
Okay, can hold on.
I can't believe I like a sports fan. I can't believe I like a sports fan. I like this guy.
I know Sean's hard not to like, bro. It's hard not to like, bro. We love a bit of Sean.
This guy is a Trojan horse. What?
But Kanebi, after what Sean said, do you think his concerns about our team are valid? Or do you think, or have you seen enough that shows you that we can override these things, these concerns that he has?
I'm not gonna lie to you. He has some very valid points. Like for me, it's not yet over. It's far from over. Like, we're just getting to the climax. We're getting to the final hurdle. You know, the Premier League is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So we're getting to the final lap. It's who's going to run out of steam. But left for me, I think it's a good thing we're out of the Europa League. That's less games. And we have more time to recover. The international break came at the right time.
Yeah, that's on your side, for sure.
Yeah, with the injuries. And right now, Man City, they have the international break has slowed down their momentum. They've beaten 3 teams. They've beaten Crystal Palace. They've beaten Leipzig. They've beaten on Fulham with crazy amount of goals. The international break slows that down a bit. You know, Arsenal could come back, refresh, maybe have Saliba back, and we can start all over again at Leeds at home. That is the perfect game to come back to from the international break. Man City have Liverpool. Anything can happen. Liverpool are desperate for points. And Man City still have to go to play Brentford away from home. They still have to play Brighton. Those 2 games are not easy. Those 2 teams right now, they're playing very well.
Right, hold on one sec, Kanebi, because I respect both of what you and Sean are saying, but Deji, I obviously, banter aside now, reverse judge aside, talk in terms of the games that Arsenal have at Anfield and the Etihad this season. What do you see happening at those games, and why?
Look, the truth of the matter is, I don't think Arsenal's the season's going to be defined by those 2 games, unfortunately.
Really?
I think the cards, it was written on the wall before the season started that this disaster was going to happen, and I called it 8 games in. The truth of the matter is, there were certain games, performances where if Arsenal had dropped points, then I might have been on the same side as Kanabi and Sean. But you managed to beat United at home. You got the victory against Crystal Palace the other day. There's just been too many games where Arsenal have got it over the line. And for me, I think it's Arsenal's season, regardless of what happens against Liverpool or City. I just think when you see Ben White scoring goals, you know it's over. Because you could put me in that Arsenal team, and I would have hit double figures this season. I'm not going to lie to you. So I just feel like the way that the stars, for those people who believe in the stars are aligned for Arsenal to win it. I've known it for a minute. I've tried reverse judge. It hasn't worked. And bro, put some respect on my name, please. I'm not reverse judging. You guys are going to win the league. What I'm saying is,
bro, please don't say we're going to win the league. Don't jinx it, please. I don't want you to say
in what has been quite a crap It's been a crap
Bruv,
season.
stop calling this season crap, Deji. Like what? Like how can you say that after all that, bro? We were going so well. You were saying you were being serious. You were speaking sense, and then you come and sprinkle that in there.
Tell you the good thing that
I don't know if I'm going to agree with you on this one.
Yeah, don't bring Sean in on your hype,
drive me into your madness. You said Tottenham were going to win the Champions League. I wasn't on board with that, and I ain't on board with Arsenal being the champions.
No, Sean.
Big up Senko 95, man. Smash the likes. Smash the likes, my people. Stop taking a piss. Smash up those likes, man. Share it.
The positive things that came out of this season was Tunnel TV and Niger Man and Kanebi getting on a show called Red TV. I think also meeting you, Sean, the Spurs Talk Show. That's been brilliant. If not for this season, we wouldn't have seen you guys. And the fact that me and Kanebi get to take each other's head off once every 4 weeks. That's the only positive thing I can say came out of this season. That was absolutely shit.
No, another positive thing. Kanebi's going to get a free trip to London, courtesy of Deji. I'm going to get to see Deji wearing an Arsenal shirt on stream throughout the whole summer. He owes me £100.
What were the bets? What were the bets that Deji's lost? He got to pay for a ticket.
Well, he's got to pay for if we win the league, he's got to pay for Kanebi's ticket to come to London.
Economy.
It doesn't matter. Kanebi doesn't mind economy. If it's a free ticket, I'm sure it'll be all right.
What do you do for
first class for the team that finishes first position?
Deji, what do you is balling. He's like a Nigerian prince, man. Don't get it twitted out here, bro.
He's a Nigerian prince.
Don't get it twitted out here.
In the chat that are asking me about the bets I've made with them. All I need to do is just to remind me by sending me a clip of what I said, and I will honor it.
Let's get into some of the comments.
The only bet that I got is a 50 quidder with the Niger Englishman about whether Tottenham finished fourth. That's it, isn't it?
Top four, yeah. That's it. Yeah. That's a smarter bet than the ones Deji was throwing out.
Yeah, Deji's got himself in the mud.
There's a chance of that one. Trippier and Ben White, the best two right backs. Okay, big up that. A lot of money. Hey, Ether. And the Spurs Cups cupboard is empty. So still worse than us, 100%. Someone else, Aquas has come in. Deji owes me. Aquas, send your clip into the channel so we can post what he owes you for specifically. Big up SMG in the comments. My guy.
In my opinion.
Always, each and every time. You know how it goes, man. Spuds have never had a time. Spuds have never had a time, so it's hard for them to know our heights. This is very true. Big up Bargav in the comment section. Big up. Why do I keep what, bro? Arsenal and City.
Giving us across the ponds narrative in the chat. I can't.
Bro, if he's posting, what do you want me to do, bro? KB Sports says Arsenal and City pay the same teams in the running. You clown. Okay, what's he referring to, guys? You know what he means by this comment?
Coco 95. She says I look stressed. I'm not stressed.
Financially stressed.
I'm not stressed.
Bro, you've been grabbing your hair, your hat. You've been looking down, pretending to read your notes, taking. Bro, you've been doing all sorts of
rubbing your face, guys, stuff like this. You know, what's going on, man?
Bro, wouldn't you be stressed?
Win the league, you know.
Why? What's going to happen if we don't win the league? What's going to happen if we don't win the league?
If you don't win the league, if you guys don't win the league,
sign me up what? In what? From 20 points behind? From 20 points behind? By getting whooped home and away?
Can I say
by getting whooped home and away?
Wait. Can I make a quick point though? If you don't win the league and Tottenham finish fourth, we have no difference. We have the same.
I knew it. Well, hey, Kanebi, leave them. Let them hold on to this now. Hey, Kanebi, leave them. No, let them hold on. No, let them hold on to this narrative.
Tottenham always gets sung. Spurs.
Hey, Kanebi. What else are they?
You came second in a 2-horse race. You came third in a 2-horse race.
Kanebi, if we don't allow them to have this narrative, the season's over for them. At least give them hope, bro. Give them something to look forward to every weekend, bro.
If we finish fourth and you finish second,
fight them on this.
There is no difference. There is no
problem.
Difference.
No problem, Sean. We'll let you have it. But
it's true though, right? If anything, Tottenham done better because we get to the Champions League last 16, and you guys get knocked out of the
Newcastle had 2 games in hand, right? Newcastle have 2 games in hand. United have games in hand. Liverpool has a better chance of finishing fourth than
SMG, don't kill me. If only Jed Spence was given a chance. Deji, he's shouting for you, but if only Jed Spence got a chance, Spurs would have won the league and Champions League.
Did you see
big up SMG.
Ask SMG if he saw Jed Spence against PSG yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sure he did, man. He had a blinder, just like
and Rennes won. Yeah,
just like Tavares. You want to sign Tavares next season? Just like Tavares.
Did you see Polari Balogun? He has more goals than Richarlison. Your 50 million, euros.
Bro,
it doesn't matter.
Bro, you brought the league up. You just brought the league up to big up your player, and now you're trying to shit on it. Bro, you brought the league up, bro. We didn't bring up league.
It's a reasonable point. It's a reasonable point. Is it not a reasonable point? Just let me. All fairness, is it not a reasonable point that if Arsenal end up finishing second and Tottenham end up finishing fourth, with Tottenham getting dumped out of the Champions League in the last 16, and you guys getting dumped out of the Date Night Cup in the last 16, is it not reasonable to say that no one's had we're level pegging on that?
Bro, don't bring us in the mud with you. Hey, stop it. No. We're not on your level. Stop
you
it.
You got dumped out.
I like you. You are a nice guy. You look cool and all. But bro, you're not on our level. I'm sorry. When last did you ever see a trophy? I'm sure you were skinny then.
You haven't got a trophy either. Where's your trophy?
Can there be a question? Can there be?
Bro. I like you and all, but come on, chill a bit.
No, but
keep quiet.
Hold on.
You Champions League winner of FIFA.
Did you beat Spurs Lisbon? Did you beat Spurs Lisbon?
You can't even win the Champions League of FIFA with Spurs.
Deji, did you beat Spurs Lisbon?
But you said that you were
going to did you beat them?
You opened your mouth and said you were going to smash up Sporting Lisbon.
But did you smash them?
And what happened?
They beat us on penalties.
You got slapped up, and you're out.
Nah, they beat us on penalties, bro.
They knocked you out.
They beat us on penalties. That's it,
bro. Antonio Conte said. Antonio Conte said for 20 years, no trophy. You're talking about Arsenal. A lot of money. You owe people a lot of money. Deji, you owe people a lot of money. Start paying up a lot of money. I need strippers, man. I got plans for strippers. So you're gonna, in fact,
pay me the money.
I want to go on a night out with this man. I want to night out with this man.
You have a blast, bro.
I don't want to hear any. They're paying me next week. I don't want to hear all that. A lot of money.
We're gonna wrap up, guys. One sec. There's a few comments in the comment section. We're gonna wrap up. One sec. Big up, Shamu. He says Deji is a lost soul. These bets have damaged him. Ozzy says, big up, one touch. Hey, Deji's he's liquid, bro. He's good, bro. He's got money to
Deji, how much you in the hole here?
Right.
If you were to make it out in a numerical number, what are we talking? Like 300 quid, 500 quid?
Nah, a couple grand, bro. Couple grand.
It's a big time, is it?
He's there, couple grand, bro.
Couple hundred.
Calm, minor things.
Bro, we're talking uni fees right now.
Presidential thing soon, so it's calm.
University fees, man.
The other one's there.
Night out, every Thursday night out. No student night out. University loan fee. No student night out.
Lannister always pays.
Tell them. Lannister always pays his debt. Big up Deji. I love that. Can we have Deji and the cafe? Red, we can set that up, bro. We can set that up, Ivor and Spice. Conte, who's whining now, trash talked Arteta. I remember he was trash talking Arteta. He complains a lot. Why does he complain a lot? And my guy just did an EFA. Man EFA the club, the history, the board, the money, everything, bruv. He went at everybody, bruv. So big up Conte, man. Big up Conte. Assembled says, truthfully, North London has a long way to match Liverpool and Manchester in footballing areas. Assembled. Why would you post this? We don't want to be reading this comment on the show. Big up the Assembled though. Sean, come on, you're reaching. We're not the same. Tell him, SMG, we are not the same. Jen Coco says
this season there's no difference though.
What do you mean there's no difference? We're 20 points clear of you, bro.
If you end up second, we end up fourth.
Nicely.
You know what, Sean? Because I'm a nice guy, I'm going to let you go with that narrative till the end of the season.
I'm asking you a serious question. What silverware will you have won at the end of the season what will you have out? What's your outcome at the end of the
Sean,
season?
I
If you
just
come
gave you the
second-
win. I gave you the win, bro. I said I'm going to let you go with that
I don't,
narrative.
I don't want you to. I don't want you to let me have it. I want you
No.
to. I want to earn it.
No.
I need you to tell me. I want to earn my point here.
Nah, bro. You can't earn it on my show, bro.
Look at me when I'm killing you, Deji. Look at me when I'm killing you. Look at me when I'm killing you.
Kim Kardashian came to the Emirates and we lost. That's what happened. That's it. That's facts. Kim came to shut down the dance, and she did the same thing against PSG, which is probably why Jed Spence had a good game against PSG, because Kim was there making the players weak. Do you know them ones there? Kardashian curse done. Saka 2 goals and an assist. Ben White, for me, man of the match performance yesterday. Who else? Bobby Holding showing Romero what it's like to be a good, solid centre back at North London. You get me? I think Rob Holding's even better than Romero, to be honest. That guy's toilet, bro.
Stop it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I might be reaching with that.
Even Curio made it very nice, you know. Yeah, you Ocean too. You Ocean money.
Bro,
a lot of money.
all of them, bro. He owes all of them. Big up Dodger Phillips, bro.
I still haven't forgotten
Big up Dodger Phillips. Big up Shaw.
Being the very first centre back in Premier League history to lose all of his first 12 aerial duels against who was it? It was
Ivan Toney.
How does that reduce 3 points from us?
Ivan Toney. We're gonna call him.
But he's still top of the league, and he's still a top 3 the centre backs in the Premier League.
We were meant to win that game if not for VAR.
He's all right. He's all right. So just to round up, but wait. Deji saying it was written on the wall we were going to win, but he was saying Conte bringing trophies guaranteed. That's kind of huge confusion. The philosophical Deji reading the hey, Deji, you've been the star of the show today, my guy, man. So like what the viewers clearly want you to just get that opportunity to host and have the control, bro. They want it for you, bro. But unfortunately, your team is not letting you do it. So as we wrap up,
I just hope that you man win the league.
Deji, just so I know, right? This is like, is it your chat? This channel is joint. Is it just your channel, or it's a joint channel, right?
Nah, it's me and Deji, bro.
Yeah. Where are the Tottenham fans, Dej? There's never a Tottenham fan.
Ask him. Ask him. He needs to recruit.
Next time you invite me on like a couple of days in advance, and I'll round up the troops and I'll bring them over, and then we'll see what happens with the chat.
Bring them all. I'll serve them one by one.
So Deji,
I'll serve them one by one. Bring them.
Wait, are we doing just a quick on the show? Are we doing no touches or free touches this week, or are we focusing on Nigeria?
I'm gonna be doing no touches this.
No touches.
Oh, you're back to Thursday stuff now. So you're preparing for next season, yeah? You're preparing for next season for Thursday.
So Sean, if you're free on Thursday, get the Tottenham faithful to join Deji on no touches on Thursday
I'll
night.
message you, Sean. I'll message you directly.
He won't. I'll probably message you, Sean. But yeah,
we've got to deal with these Arsenal clowns, and we need.
I'll see you guys in the Champions League next season, though, because the Tottenham's got the Champions League next season.
I appreciate that, Sencoco 95. I appreciate that.
I mean, because honestly speaking,
this is the most fun channel. I say it every week. It's the most fun channel. I love it.
Most fun channel. But if Deji's not in the Champions League next season, I'm not going to be on here with Deji. I have no reason to communicate outside.
We're gonna change. We might have to change the whole premise of the show. Just make it
you know what I'm saying? So you guys better work hard and hope Brentford and Brighton don't beat you to or Newcastle or Liverpool or Manchester United don't beat you, you know, to your top four.
Akpos is saying, bring the Tottenham faithful for the next show. We want them. Bring them. He's saying, call them in. They're not going to be able to save Deji and his comment. But guys, it's international break. So after no touches, for the next 2 weeks after Deji's show, we'll be focusing a little bit on Nigeria. I'm sure me and Deji will do a couple of things on the friendlies and the games that we have as well. Sean, thank you for joining us on this week's show. Kanebi, thanks for joining us. Gunali, thanks for joining us. Any last comments for everyone?
Always a pleasure.
Can there be any last comments before we go? We'll take one comment from
each person. It's always a pleasure because the club, they paid us a lot of money. A lot of money. I took money and I came with a lot of money.
Hey, big guy. Wow. Sean, would you like to say anything to end the show?
No, I can't compete. I'm good.
Can't compete with that. Is that okay? Big up, man. Big up. Smash the like button. And are you on any shows for the rest of the week, Sean, at all that you like to promote?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow on Never a Foul, right?
Yeah. I got to cook because he thinks he's going to cook me, the boy Lee. But he reminded me of he reminded everybody in the WhatsApp group about something I said a couple of weeks. I said it about it's back in February, and he brought it up thinking that I was in the mud. But actually, I looked into the detail, and actually, he's in the mud because I was right with what I was saying. I'm going to make sure everyone knows about it tomorrow.
I'll be honest with you. On the panel that I've seen so far, I didn't see any Chelsea fans, so everyone's going to cook you. But it's been a great show today, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button, share, comment, subscribe. Deji, do you have anything to say before you close the show? Conte in?
Like and subscribe.
Wait, Deji, are you Conte in?
Conte's got to go. Conte's got to go.
Conte out.
Conte out. Deji Spurs in. Have a great evening, guys. A lot of money. Smash the like button, subscribe so we can make a lot of money. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the international break.